might be it.
This may be it. We may not, may have a very short meeting.
Yeah, you've already,
Nobody's
Knows
here,
everything.
right?
Yeah, no one's here.
All right. It's 3:00. We're going to try to start the Finance Committee meeting. If there's anybody out there that
There's nobody.
isn't
logged in.
coming through,
Yeah.
let us know. So,
Okay.
okay, we've got nobody. We don't have a quorum, so we can't have a meeting. So,
Yeah, we can-
should we present this as informational or?
It's kind of up to, here's Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
So Elizabeth is joining.
Okay,
It's kind of up to you as chair. We can go through the information here in informational setting, or all of this is gonna end up in front of the board at some point. anyway.
exactly. yeah.
It'll be
Well,
on
since
this one.
Elizabeth, can you hear me? Hello?
I think she may need to be made let me see, participants.
yeah, all the notes will be in the meeting minutes.
Yeah.
Even if they're not.
Oh, there we
meeting,
go.
I guess it
She's-
can be an informational meeting.
Elizabeth, are you there?
Yes, thank you. You fixed it.
Okay, great. Listen, we don't have a quorum. So it'll be up to you. We can have Joni present the things as an information, on an informational basis. I've already gone through it with her. If you don't feel a need for that, we can just call it right now. So you tell me what we're gonna do.
Well, can you put on my video, please, in case I have to raise my hand, please?
I don't know if I can.
All right, don't worry. I guess I'll just bark or something. I'll just,
That works.
Well,
That
it's a
works.
committee meeting, so I mean, we
Yeah,
can be
no
less
problem.
formal about that.
Sure, yeah.
Yes, if we could just touch on some of the things on the agenda, I'd appreciate it. I
We'll
won't
do
take
that
up a
then.
lot of time.
Yeah, no, we can go through them.
We can
They're-
do
they're
that.
all
It Still
informational.
shouldn't take long, so,
Okay.
let's do it, okay?
All right.
All right, sorry, Joni, I didn't get hooked in here yet. Now there we go. Oh, the interest, you want to do that first? Okay.
Absolutely. This is what you've seen. This is just an updated, as of September 30th. The general fund has, as of this year, made about $6,000, which we don't keep, we keep about 2 million in there from day to day. As we sweep it into the money market account, it has a higher interest rate. The CD, we've definitely seen a drop. That's because we went from 7 million to 3 million, but it has earned $33,000. I think the next time is December, I think is when it's quarterly. So that interest will hit quarterly. The next one is the money market. This account has seen a drop because we don't have the additional state funds in there just sitting collecting interest.
Yes,
So we are taking a hit on this account. We just are. So then the next one is the Liberty Curtain. This is the Fund 39. There are no longer funds in there. We will move the interest before the end of the month, by Friday. We'll move the interest over to Fund 32. I think it was $1,150. And then that account will be closed.
okay,
And then the next one is the tax office, that has just a little bit of interest. It's about $63 for the quarter.
okay,
So, the CD will expire. I will go over this. The CD will expire December 12th. If we do not have a budget, I will not put it in a CD. I will make it liquid and put it in the money market account. I think that is the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
Not to lock it up when we are so unsure of our budgetary funds from the state.
yeah. And I just read an article this morning warning that, if you want to do CDs, get the money in there now, because the rates are probably gonna fall. So,
Yes.
yeah, get the best we can in a money market, I guess.
Absolutely. So that takes us actually on to, that fits nicely into the next, which is called a
You okay
tran.
with that, Elizabeth?
Oh,
Yes,
All right,
okay.
thank you.
yep,
So the next item is called a tax and revenue anticipation note. And what this is again, due to the budget impasse, we will more than likely by mid-January run out of our real estate funds, our real estate revenue. And we rely heavily then from January till June on our state funds, which we do not have any. So many of the school districts are out seeking other financial options, which could be a loan. You could cash in some of your investments. I don't think that's a smart way to go. We could
No.
purchase a bond or something like that. But right now, we are looking at, and I've done some research, and it's called, like I said, it's called a TRAN. And these are available to school districts and municipalities. And it is, like I said, a tax revenue anticipation note. This is again to cover that lapse in finances for however long we need it to. We can say a not to exceed rate. It will need paid back in the fiscal year in which you borrow it, and that should be fine as long as we get our state subsidy payments.
But that's till June 30, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Again, once we receive, once the budget passes, we will get an abundant amount of funds right away. They'll just get us caught up. I have talked to high level. I've talked to First National Bank. That is where we bank. And they would not charge us a bank fee at all. And this is kind of determine what our bank interest rate will be. And we are not required, I do not believe, hold that for a second, I do not believe we are required to send it out for proposal.
Okay.
It's a service.
Mm.
However, we may want to. And I talked to David Lindsay about that. He actually pointed me to, he's not knowledgeable about trans or banking. So he recommended I contact, and there's an article right here, King Spry. They have a guy who is very up to speed on trans and knows them. There's certain paperwork you have to file with the
Okay.
DCED. So you want to make sure you cross your Ts, dot your Is. What I'd like to do is move forward with this. I have an appointment, a meeting tomorrow with the King Spry person. How this works is we could send it out for RFP if we feel that, and again, I'll talk to the guy tomorrow. I think your bank rates are going to be competitive. I don't know if other banks will charge us a fee. I know that First National Bank will not. How this would work is, and I did a little bit of a calculation, for 3 months, we are looking at probably $25 million. They would put the 25 million in our money market account. We would not be charged interest on anything we did not use. So that's nice about not getting a loan. This is like a line of credit. You only get interest on what you have used. I don't know if other banks would set it up that way. First National Bank, we already have accounts there. Another bank, we'd have to a lot of paperwork to do to get another account set up with another bank. So there's a lot of obstacles we may have to overcome. Not saying we shouldn't, I'm just saying that's kind of what we're up against.
Okay.
And it is November. I would like to have everything set up, and this would have to be it would be via a resolution. The board would have to approve a resolution to be able to do the TRAN.
Yeah.
That would have to happen in December.
Okay, so if you
For
can
the
do
dis-
it by December, you're okay?
Yes. Oh, yes. December's fine.
All right.
And it might even be fine in January. I just want to be
No.
ready to
Well,
go in
got it, yeah.
December. If by chance we do not have any budget money, I want to be able to just push the button. We may not need it,
Okay,
but I just want to have everything set up at the minimal cost associated with it.
we don't have a quorum, we can't make official
No,
recommendations, and
no.
things, but as far as I'm concerned, see what Elizabeth has to
Mhm.
say. As far as I'm concerned, just go ahead and do what you gotta do, and we'll deal with it in, what is it,
Yes.
it's about, it's just next week, right? We have our
Yeah,
next
next
week,
meeting,
yeah.
yeah, so we
Yes.
can at least bring it up and talk about it.
That's what I
and,
figured through your
you know,
finance meeting
Yeah.
notes, you can talk about it. If
Yeah.
I need to come up and also explain kind of what this is. We're not pushing any buttons. We're just still
sure,
doing the
just getting your
research on it.
information and
But
finding
if it
out,
comes
yeah.
up in December, the work session, then everyone's going to know what it is
Yeah.
and be
Well, we're
familiar with it. That
Yeah.
way, if we have to vote on it officially in December, we can.
All right, we may
Okay.
be able to get it in for November. Just,
That's next week, so I don't
Yeah,
think,
all right.
but
Well, I mean, if the board looks at it in the work session and then the following week.
They
wants to-
could.
Wants to say, sure, you have permission to
to
do
do
this
that.
under these circumstances.
And
Yeah.
then, Yes, they would have to actually approve the resolution
Yeah.
now. Yes.
You okay with that, Elizabeth?
Oh, thanks for asking. Yeah, that's great information, Joni.
Mhm.
I'm just sort of, I think why would the King Spry have to be involved if the board or you decide just to go with the bank that we already have a relationship with? Is there something that's like really like a catch-22 here or something?
There is some DCED filing. So so tomorrow, I actually will have a very short phone call tomorrow with King Spry. David Lindsay recommended that I at least talk to King Spry. We may not need any more than just a meeting, Elizabeth. Seriously, it might not be. David Lindsay was not familiar enough with the process to say whether or not, I guess I just don't want to do anything or miss something. I don't want to miss something and we're all prepared and something didn't get done. So
It's
after
just to
my
make su-
conversation tomorrow, yes, I'll,
It's to make sure the i's are dotted and the t's are crossed legally, Elizabeth, that's all.
No, that makes a lot of sense. And Joni, please consider this. This, in today's world, this probably will come up again. If you, an administration, decide you want to make up some step-by-step booklet or something, so next time it comes up, it'll be much more familiar. And because the only thing I'm concerned about is as you do your research, going with First National Bank would alleviate a lot of staff time, a lot of legal hours. I understand that. As long as they're willing to give us a good interest rate.
right,
Like I said, we have negotiation power. We got buying power.
absolutely.
So
Oh, absolutely. We
Yeah.
have huge buying power with First National Bank. We say we'd leave, they would cry if, if we're their largest customer.
well, let's just, yeah, when you go to the table,
Mhm.
you got the big shoes on, so.
Absolutely.
That's really-
They've already said they will not charge us a bank fee. Any
Yeah.
kind of paperwork, they will do all the filing they need to file. There is no additional fee. It would just be the interest rate. Again, the line of credit setup that we would only use or we'd only pay interest on what we would use.
It really sounds like a good situation
does.
considering what
Mhm.
we're in, Elizabeth,
Yes.
and.
Yeah.
I hope we don't have to use it. I'll be honest. I
Yeah.
hope we don't ever
Yeah.
have to come across the situation
Right.
again, but let's all be prepared.
No, super terrific. Good job. Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay, good.
Okay. I'll have Christy jump in on here on the next one. This is the insurance renewal for next year.
The attached is just a brief overview of, we're going with Utica Mutual again for our insurance. And you can see the rates there from 24 and then the rates for 2025. Of course, along with everything, the insurance has increased. With this, it has the new Liberty Curtin School property insurance included. And then something else to mention is our workers' comp policy decreased this year.
That's good. I mean,
Very
that's
good.
huge. That means we've
Yeah.
had less, I wouldn't say we have less claims. We have less high claims.
Mm-hmm.
So that means our number has dropped and our insurance rates dropped. So that's kudos to the school district.
Mm-hmm.
That's kudos to the employees. Hopefully, we're doing preventative measures, everyone's lifting garbage correctly and wearing sensible shoes and not slipping, you want to hope that those things are happening over the district. So that's a great thing.
Yeah.
So remember,
And-
we did bid this, we did RFP these services last year.
Mhm.
So this is what this is the same company, but of course, you're gonna see that increase of that amount. The largest part is a whole additional brand new building.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the difference
mean-
between last year to this year.
Adding a large major asset.
Yes.
Mhm.
And looking at this is less than a 10%
Yes.
increase,
Yes.
which the way insurance, when I look
Any
at my
insurance.
insurance, it's,
Absolutely.
this is not bad at all.
Right.
And insurances just took a big hike. Was it last year or this year? I
Yeah.
forget when they.
Both. Yeah.
There was an extremely large
yeah.
increase recently, but
Yes.
Anything?
Chair Bill?
Go ahead, Elizabeth, please.
Thank you. Yes, and it's real important that, please, I love that you said that you put it out to bid last year, because I'm sure a
Mhm.
lot of folks, it's not on their radar, and that's big, big, good news. But one thing, I'm wondering, Dr. Redmond, if you feel that this might be something to consider. As you notice, I've been starting to keep putting a tweak in there that we have buying power. Anyone who has insurance, I do it with my auto, my home, and I can usually get it down. It doesn't sound like much, but I can usually get it down 5, 12, sometimes $15 for my price hike because I called them up. So, be that as it may, if you feel that it might be of some benefit that your team starts to do the negotiation, and even if it's only 0.05%, or even if it's only 0.01%, or if it is 1%, I think that's the way the world works, and maybe that's an area where we should go while being respectful to those companies. What do you think, Dr. Redmond?
I would have to speak with Christy and Joni a little bit more about that, but certainly can be a conversation.
So that's one thing that our broker does do. She doesn't just automatically renew our insurance every year. She goes out to all the insurance companies that she deals with and tries to get us the best rate that she can
Yeah.
within her company.
I forgot we.
We do,
Yeah,
we have a
yeah,
broker,
yeah.
and that,
Yep.
that is what, you
Yeah,
know,
that
we
Utica-
Yeah.
ask
yeah,
her
that's
to do.
good. Yeah.
Yep, so Utica came back again this year with the best rates.
And remember, 2 years ago, we had Eastern Alliance,
Mhm.
and we had them for years. I mean, years
our
and
workers'
years
comp.
for
Yeah.
workers' comp.
Yep.
And we just switched to Utica last year because they actually came in cheaper. So I do feel like she really does shop around.
Good. Good. All right, the audit?
24-25 audit is going extremely well. We are way ahead of the game of where we were last year. We are on target. If you kind of look at the summary here, we are exactly where the timeline was in the audit plan book. We are exactly where the plan was said we would be for October, November. I don't know if you're familiar, but we have to file. So we have the audit that makes sure that we are in compliance and our numbers are good for the year. Then you take that information and you file an AFR, an annual financial report, and you do that through PDE. So you have to coordinate the timing very well between the closing of the audit and the upload of the annual financial report. And Baker Tilly supplies me with a lot of the work papers that are used to submit the AFR. So that's where we are. They just handed me the papers somewhat yesterday. They like the AFR to be filed by Friday. We do have another month that we can file it. I try to get it in as close as possible to the date. But sometimes the audit is held up a little bit for them just completing their entries. So that's what they're doing. And like I said, the goal is to get it filed this Friday, if not by early next week. So I'm completing the final adjusting entries. I am uploading into the AFR, the annual financial report, and the board is tentatively prepared to present to the board in January with the final audit. It won't not be a draft, it'll be the final audit. And they are prepared again to come in January for the work session.
Okay.
Yep, good update. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Last but not least,
The Tyler Tech
Tyler Tech.
report. Okay, Elizabeth, I'm kind of excited. So,
A math person excited?
yeah, well, so if you open the first one, we brought back the summary report.
Yes.
You open the September summary, we will start having this available every month. This is just a nice, easy screenshot or of how the district is doing as of September. It lists your rolled up revenues and rolled up expenses, and it gives you your, remaining budget and your percent of the budget used.
Mm-hmm.
So That's a nice snapshot. So we will continue doing that every month now. So then the next report, if you open up the revenue report, this is just a little bit more detailed version of, it's 2 pages. It's not, I'm gonna hope it's not hard to read. You have your 3 buckets. You have your local, your state, and your federal revenues. So my question here is, and Elizabeth, you're probably a great person to ask this. It's kind of your preference, the committee's preference as to, so you have your first column, which is your budget column.
Yes.
And then you have your year to date, that's what we brought in.
Mm-hmm,
Then you have your remaining budget balance.
mm-hmm.
The next column will be our 24-25 actuals. Once the audit's done, we will bring in the 24-25 actuals so we can do some comparison.
Great.
There's gonna be a couple questions here as I go through the columns. Here's the next question though. Do you want percent that remains, or do you want the percent used of the budget, of the actuals? What
Is
makes
there-
more sense?
Well, to be honest with you, I like both because some people, I mean, I'm looking at this from not just my perspective, but some people feel really comfortable seeing percent that remains. Oh my God, we only have 15% left. And then other people feel comfortable saying, oh my gosh, we used 84%. Well, we better be a little more. I don't know. I think whatever the majority feels, but me personally, if you have the space on the spreadsheet,
Mhm.
I like giving people the option of whichever one they feel more comfortable with, what they relate to.
I just didn't know if that was confusing having
Yeah.
both.
Oh, it's not
That-
confusing to
That's
me at
my
all.
concern.
Okay,
Because you've got the
When-
word on top. I mean, I think it's really well, this is, you know, you're checking boxes here. This is great.
when do you have to know about this to make the changes you want to make?
We
John?
can make it in 3 seconds, believe it or not.
so
So
anything-
yeah,
so we
I
can
can, we
get-
can let it like this.
All
And
right,
maybe,
let's
maybe
do that.
we'll do
and-
this for
and
the
we'll
board.
Talk to the other,
And if-
and maybe even we should wait until December when,
we can wait
because we're
till
gonna have-
January when everybody's
you know,
back
we're
and
gonna have
whatever.
full-
Absolutely.
I would like to get it out as soon as possible because, you know, I've got a couple folks that come to me and give me comments about what they see on board docs.
Mhm. Oh,
So-
we'll keep the report as is.
All right,
And then if you want to make changes in January,
all right.
somebody has a preference in Jan, we can absolutely do that. But I
Okay.
wanted to let you know that we actually are able to move this report around.
All right. we make it.
Beautiful.
So then the next report is the expense report. Same exact setup, but it's no longer 50 pages and hard to read. This is, it is by function, high-level function with the objects underneath, the 3-level objects. This is very, very similar to our old report. And again, it took us a while, but we are confident in the numbers. We are confident in the reports. Same type of thing, though. It has the actuals out there that we will bring in, but it has percent remains, percent used. But we'll keep it on. And if it's confusing people and they prefer one over the other, we are super flexible either way.
All right,
As long as our program allows us to do it.
We will,
Absolutely.
Alright.
yes,
And I did have one quick question.
sure.
I don't see it, so please help me.
Okay.
One thing that was really important a couple of years back was they divided out benefits between the people that have retired left versus active. And I don't see it here. Am I correct?
Well, I don't remember that.
Yeah, this was back when Susan, this is like 3 years,
Oh,
4 years ago, maybe even 5. No, God, it must be, 5 years ago. They separated out retirement benefits, health benefits versus active employees. That was a really important number.
do you have an old report, Elizabeth, that we can?
It should be on board docs. You know, I'd go back 2022 maybe or 2023. It's got to be there. They
I
had
I do not recall
whenever.
that.
I mean, I can take a look, see, after the weekends. I can't do it today or tomorrow, but I can do it soon. But that's what they did. They broke it out, and it was actually very beneficial, if you know what I mean.
I'll look through her files too and see if I can find it. I do not.
Well, I don't want you to spend a lot of time, Joni. It should be on board docs. It was the
Okay.
old the old style paper, you know, that blue and white stuff that has the little holes on the end.
I do remember. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that very well.
You
We
probably-
used it for the task force. That's how old this. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Okay.
you understand that one. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. I'll look see too. So I don't want you
Okay.
wasting time.
Okay.
May I say something else, Chair Bill?
Sure.
Regarding this? Okay, thank you. Now, don't shoot the messenger. There's a web page. Of course, www.wssd.org. It's the Wallingford Swarthmore School District. Now, if you go on like an example, so I don't have to try to describe this to you. Like if you go into their board docs, excuse me, October 21st, 2025, and you look at their finance committee meeting, and you'll see all these reports. If you're ever curious to see what another school district does, because there's some reports in there that I don't want to go into grave detail now. You know, maybe a month or so we could bring it up. I was blown away.
Okay.
Blown
we'll-
away. Not to say that what you're producing isn't really good, but when I was looking at their reports, I was blown away. It was like, oh my gosh, I know where anyone could look. Well, I shouldn't say anybody. It appeared to be very visually friendly. It's a lot, but they do it only in committee. And then when it goes to the regular board, it's more distilled.
Okay.
So
Take a look.
yeah, I thought they did a really, of course, every school district is different. But anyways, yeah, it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on it someday, okay?
Can you-
Elizabeth,
I was gonna say,
what was the school district called again?
It's the Wallingford Swarthmore, SWARTHMORE School District.
Wallingford.
Yes.
Wallingford, yeah, Swarthmore. It's outside of Philly. A lot of them are outside of Philly. You know, it's a different. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Okay, we'll take a look.
Yeah, and I'd be curious to see what you think.
Mhm.
And I did have one question. They had a fund there I'd never heard of in their finance reports called Fund 71 Memorial Fund. I'm kind of assuming we don't do that because we have the foundation, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Good question, though.
And then they had a Fund 81.
That's
Oh,
ours. We have student activities.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's for PTA and our clubs, or is that just our clubs?
Yeah, we do not keep any PTAs, PTO funds. They're not school district funds. We only
Yep.
keep club funds.
Okay, that's right. If I remember from what Sue, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Super terrific. And also their treasurer's report. Wait to take a look-see at that.
Okay, we'll take a look.
Yeah, sorry, folks, I like math.
Yeah, no, that'd be good to know. Okay.
Appreciate it.
That's it, Elizabeth.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You guys have anything else?
We do not.
No? Frank?
Nope, I have nothing.
All right. It's 3:28 and we're done. Meeting adjourned.
All right, see you around 5.